Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, your time. We will never be your slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing, or my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
Freedom. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to better hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause fraud came for you. We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom.
We just gotta be free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just gotta be free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. We want freedom. Built this country with our hands. Freedom. Label me 3/5 of a man. We want freedom. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be your slaves again. No.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Crash Out Room. I see you. This is Steady Serv'n Sports ENT, and I am the Gingerbread Man, and this is an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, KEYSHA. Hey, thank you, KEYSHA. I appreciate you so much. Hey, I am at this morning 2,342 subscribers. Wow. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat, that's out here watching, the ones on the playback. Y'all been working, man, and supporting me, KEYSHA, and Sister Tony, and Brother KEYSHA in this network. I mean, you guys got to know that all of you are very, very special to me, and I am appreciative for all who watch on all platforms, everywhere, even the ones that's on Instagram. Y'all, my Grammys, I appreciate y'all too. But I appreciate most of all the ones who is consistent in support. And I thank you for helping me get here. I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do, because none of this is possible without you. And sometimes people lose sight of things when they doing what they do, and they get so in tune in what they're trying to get done, to think the person who gets you there, or thank the people who got you there. And these people here, I also want the people on the playback. These people here are some wonderful people. I appreciate them with all my heart. I'm so grateful that they are a part of my life, because I was not going to do this type of thing. I was not looking to do any of thing going into my mid years. After me, of course, doing a lot of traveling in my time, doing a lot of, I hit many stages. Y'all heard the song. I've been all over the world. And I'm so grateful for what you guys have brought to the table and helped me be who I am. What's up? I gotta say good morning to Big Girl, Tula Plays, Donna C. I love you, Sister Donna. T. Camilla, she wins. Miguel, Smith D. I see you, King Pisces. Nathan, I mentioned you last night, man. I really appreciate you being here, King Pisces. Nathan, you was here when I first got here. You got what I'm saying? You got here when I first got here. So I appreciate you when I came on. King Pisces Nathan was one of the ones. Also, Sister Patricia, you know what I mean? They was here and starting off. You got what I'm saying? So I appreciate it so much. And I'm so grateful that you guys stay here with me in what I've been doing, man. And, I was looking at all of the different things that's going on in the WNBA. I was looking at everything that was going on in the WNBA, and I was like, man, how out of touch could these people be? How out of touch, really, could these people be? And just from Napheesa Collier's conversation with Kathy Engelbert, I was like, there are some ungrateful ass people in the world. Like Napheesa Collier put her ass on blast. Napheesa Collier said, I don't give a shit about nothing. I'm finna blow this whole motherfucker up, and that's the way it's gonna be. And that's the way it is. And if you want me, come get me. You got what I'm saying? If you want me, come get me. But I would like to say that Napheesa Collier was absolutely 1,500% right. The 5,500% comes from me when I always say that. It's put the cherry on the top and the icing on the cake. Is that Kathy Engelbert had the nerve to respond. Had the nerve. Hey, big girl, you better stop this shit. It wasn't even. You better stop it, big girl. I had did the tag. Don't be doing that. Hey, Napheesa Collier put it all on blast. And she said this.
all for your time today. I have prepared a statement that I would like to make before taking any questions. All right. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money. It isn't ratings or even missed calls or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media. Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $60 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's Unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating. And it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. I've finally grown tired. For too long, I have tried to have these conversations in private, but it's clear there is no intention of accepting there's a problem. The league has made it clear it isn't about innovation, it isn't about collaboration, it's about control and power. I've earned this platform and I've paid the price to get here, and now I have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the fans and everyone in this league that deserves better. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports.
Man, what the hell? So I don't want to hear nothing about these teams. I don't want to hear nothing about you want this person to go there, you want this person to go here, and you want this one to play over there. This lady is the commissioner. This is my argument, only from my perspective. This lady is the commissioner of the WNBA league for women. What the hell, Kathy Engelbert? What the hell? It's like you looking at something as egregious as people getting violent, literally violent. And it reminded me of how the Mandingos used to have to fight in the ring. I don't know if people familiar with the Mandingo fights, but they used to have us fight each other for sport in slavery, in living rooms, dining rooms, and in theaters, till one of them killed the next one. That ring was a ring with either massive injury or complete death. And if their Mandingo would get a severe injury, a break or a back, you know what I mean, a back break, or, you know, a real severe injury, that they would be laid up and can't really fight anymore. They would take the gun, just like a horse they used to do, and shoot the Mandingo and kill him. This is the history. It's not make-believe. This is the real history of this country. What up, bro? I see you in the building. All the new people that's in the building. This is the history of this country. And I'm glad I got a professional football player that came in to the chat, Coach Marcus. Because when they don't care about you, they don't care about you. Because they look at this as a business. They look at them as property. They look at them as resources of being able to make money on another scale of enjoyment and entertainment. So they're a product. I want y'all to soak that in. Even the players know that they're a product. And when you have a product, you expect good to come out of the product, because the product is what you selling. Man, Kathy Engelbert made it clear that everybody on this team on the teams and in the WNBA are products. You see what he said? He said, we are assets. Don't get it twisted. He's a professional football player. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles. And God just sent my brother to me to talk about and prove the point, what I'm talking about. The coaches are the taskmasters that ride around on the horses, that whip you into shape and get you right and make you run, make you stronger, make you faster. Jump, and work, jump. So dribble, dribble. I'm not fired up almost. I'm getting there. I'm just tired of this shit that goes on in America. I'm real aggravated about this type of problem, that we just want to be looked at as human beings, as Black people. And the players, in another hand, in another instance, because I could tear away from that, the players just want to be treated like human beings, Kathy. But what you said to Napheesa Collier, oh, you made it clear where you stand and where she stands. It says one mistake the players may be making is, if Kathy walks away, who's to say the next commissioner won't be worse? That's true. See, he knows how that stuff go. But I'm going to go to King Pisces Nathan. He said, I wish people stop typing free Angel. No, Angel Reese is not the problem. It's Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh. That's true. We're going to get to that. Let's get to the head of the snake. We're going to get to the head of the snake. I wanted to put T. Camilla's, that's who I was looking for. T. Camilla said ESPN was talking about Fee comment this morning. Fee just made history for the W players. September 30th, 2025 is officially a historical moment when we speak on the W. This is what I was looking for. You are correct, baby girl. She made history without her really even realizing what she done. She made history without really knowing this is a world thing, because Black people are oppressed all over the place, all over the world, even in our own continent. We are oppressed. A lot of us, a lot of the countries are under the thumb of the European rule. She made history, and I know Napheesa Collier is a smart and intelligent woman. Of course, A'ja Wilson made note of that at her speech when she came for her interview. A'ja Wilson made note how smart Napheesa Collier is. And she also said that she stand with Fee 10 toes down. In the interview in the presser after the game, she didn't have a chance when she was on the floor to go and look at what Napheesa Collier had said, but she said, I'll be ready to answer that question as soon as I take a look. And she took a look, and by the time she got to the floor chat, A'ja Wilson weighed in, and she gave her honest take on how she felt about hearing what Napheesa Collier said. And you know, when you win a game, you want to really be happy and celebrate. What's up, Brian Allen Hayes? What's going on? When you win a game like they had a hard-fought series, you know, you don't want to celebrate. I misspoke. You want to not celebrate, but you want to exhale. That's what I would like to say. With a 7-game series, because they haven't won yet, so there's no reason to celebrate. But A'ja Wilson weighed in and said what she had to say.
Kelsey Mitchell, that's my draft partner, and to see her go down like that was not good. So super prayers out to her, and she's just had a phenomenal season, and I really hope that the Indiana Fever continue to take care of her, because she's a gem. We don't talk every single day, of course, but she's just a phenomenal person, and I hate seeing her going down. And also had an opportunity to listen to Fee, and I just want to say I was honestly disgusted by the comments that Kathy made. But at the same time, I'm very appreciative that we have people like Fee in our committee of our Players Association representing us, because that's what we're going to have to continue to make the push to stand on what we believe in. And I'm grateful to have those type of people be able to continue to speak up for us. And I'm gonna ride with Fee always, because she knows, obviously she's a business girly and she has her own stuff going on. But moving forward, we got to continue to stand on business as we talk about this CBA negotiation.
So the thing is that Napheesa Collier had her own thing going on. So like she said, unfortunate for Kathy Engelbert, unfortunate for her that she knows how it goes. She knows how things get done. So before I get to where I'm going, I had to lay groundwork to show y'all that the fish stinks at the head first, then the tail smells and follow. Because this type of thing that happens in the WNBA is an ongoing 29-year thing. And yes, you've had its points where the activists for the LGBTQ community, you've had stands for Black Lives Matter. Now this stand is for better treatment, raises in the money, and all of those different things. The CBA is here. And they know how to stand up for themselves. And you got a new breed coming. And they have every right to speak out. They got every single right to speak out and be and want the best for themselves. Good morning, Tony. They have every single right to want better for themselves, because they're not just product. They're not just product. Yes, they signed a contract. That means that they signed off that they will be a part of something that they will get monies for, to do a job, and get it done. Yes, they did. They did take that on for themselves. But what they did not do was sign up to be mistreated, to sign up when accidents happen, when injuries do take a part, when pregnancies, when they get pregnant, get thrown to the garbage can. See, I know everybody was like, okay, you know, Becky Hammond stood up for Cheryl Reese, and when Cheryl Reese said what she said, and Becky Hammond did a good thing. She stood in solidarity with the coach. But Becky Hammond is also one of the ones that stood by while the GM that did get fired by the Las Vegas Aces and had De'Erica Hamby have to leave and go and sue the Las Vegas Aces. Skylar Diggins was ran out of Phoenix. See, y'all forget, you got short memories because of what's going on now. That don't go away. These things don't go away. These things happen on these teams and these organizations. And to Sister KEYSHA, cut that Israel Talk Sports, to her point, all of them are not the same. No, they're not. So, my perspective, from what I think of it is, and look at it with my open eyes. No, all slave masters, they wasn't the same either. You had some that were very, very brutal. You had some that were brutal. You had some that was complicit, that just owned it and needed help to do their crops. And you had some that just wanted to sleep with you and put babies in you and have a baby farm, a running mill. You had all different types of plantation owners. Some, like I said, beat you and some didn't. Because he didn't beat your ass, that don't make him no better than the next one. Because he still owned you. And he still is a part of a situation that is happening. I don't want nobody to own my ass for nothing. I'm a free man. And I understand a lot of people get on these YouTube streets and be capping. But I'm a born free man. I don't depend on nobody giving me a goddamn check outside of YouTube. Because I'm a partner. Care about that. I'm a partner though. It made it clear that we are partners on YouTube. See, I like that language. I like partnership. You know, Sister Tony, I like when someone say, hey, let's do this together. Let's make this happen together. And you get yours, and I get mine. And this is what I'm going to get. This is what you're going to get. So therefore, we are at the same means. But when it's bigger eyes and little U's, the thing that happened with De'Erica Hamby, the thing that happened with Skylar Diggins, and yeah, goddammit, I'm going to say it. The thing that happened with Jude Lloyd would never happen in these streets of the WNBA. But you got toxic vibes coming straight from the top, Sister Tony. You got toxic vibes coming straight from the woman who is supposed to be responsible for everybody's well-being. You could go, Sister Tony, if you want to speak on it.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's a privilege. You know, hey, topic is, as it says, we have to be careful about the things that's going on within these YouTube streets and out here on not only on the YouTube streets, what we say, that's number one, but the information that is coming out. You got to realize, is it believable or is it not? and kind of depict how you're gonna place that narrative out there. But when we get to talking about do's and the don'ts, we gotta watch it because you're gonna end up in that same limelight of everybody else if you can't find a way to figure out what it is. And I'm speaking on basically
You in and out, Tony. While she come back and fix her comms, Kathy Engelbert responded, and she says, I have the utmost respect for Napheesa Collier and for all of the players in the WNBA. Yeah, right. Together, we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains in ensuring
absolutely. You see that statement?
a bright
Now
future
you can
for the
see
players
you can try to backtrack
and the
and say if this is
WNBA,
true,
including
right?
collaboration on
But
how
is it
to
really?
continue to evaluate the game.
Exactly.
I am disheartened by how Napheesa characterized our conversation and the league's leadership. But even when our perspectives are different, okay, my comment to the players and to this work will not waver. Okay, that's what Kathy Engelbert.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. She said that what she said to Fee took it the wrong way.
Right.
But she didn't say that shit.
No, she didn't say she didn't say it.
She didn't say that she didn't say that shit. See, I'm going somewhere, y'all. Because we gonna get to where we going to and what the title is. See, I'm going there because I got to start from the root of things. And when you do this type of shit at the head of the household, it's gonna always trickle down throughout everything that is done in the league. Because why? The commissioner herself, Napheesa Collier, said is crooked. The leadership that Reese, Becky Hammond, Stephanie White, they all honed in and said that it's crooked. It's ran badly. They all can't be wrong. They all can't be wrong, chat. Ain't no damn way you gonna make me just feel like that they were wrong. You can't convince me that these young ladies who did have a conversation, who did try to make things better, because that's what Breanna Stewart tried to do. Breanna Stewart tried to make things better, Sister Tony.
That she did.
Napheesa Collier tried to make things better, and they are making things better for these women. But I wanted to start off with the head of everything, because it's a problem in the whole entire league. And I told y'all from the beginning last year when you guys met me on KSAP's page that Kathy Engelbert made a call last year to the owners to get up off of Caitlin. And y'all like, oh, you conspiracy this and this and that. That's how y'all met me. But I know to call a thing when I see certain things, and I've been around professionals all my entire life, which I already showed y'all that I got uncles, cousins, you know what I mean, friends in the different leagues. From football to basketball, I got one in baseball. But this is something, Sister Tony, that is obvious. See, I ain't talking about, I don't know exactly how the conversation went with Napheesa Collier and Kathy Engelbert. I'm not the one to say. They both know what they said, and God above know how that conversation went. But what I will say, Tony, before I let you go, because I know you had got cut off by your comms. But what I will say is, it stinks, and we all smell it, and we see a thing is a thing. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, a rat's a rat. And I'm just getting to my computer, so give me a couple more seconds so y'all can see my face when I say this. A rat's a rat if we've ever seen one. And, you know, if it smells like a rat, it moves around like a rat, and it slithers its little tail like a rat, and it's a goddamn rat. It's a rat. And people do things for a reason to manipulate the system. And that's all it is, manipulating the system and finding a way to maneuver around and align your own pockets versus making sure that these ladies are taken care of. You look at this and it tells you it's a no-brainer. It will tell you that straight up, without a doubt. She made it her business to capitalize off of these young ladies to benefit her. And this dictatorship that they got going on, you're gonna see me jump on here twice, Bro Claude. You can kick me out of the one on my iPhone.
Okay.
I'm jumping in on my laptop right now.
Okay.
But yeah, you got to make something shake.
Boom. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You got to make something shake. And when making something shake in this world right here, what we got going on is bigger than just the W, right? It's bigger than what you think it is. People always running around saying, oh, they put a mask on and they want to say that it's based off of leadership and empowerment and what we can do to make things better. No, it's not. It's based off of you and what you can do to make yourself look good versus the league look good. That's why they still have this lockout stuff going on, Bro Claude. Think about it. It's still this way because they're not invested in the females. They're invested in what they can get out of them. No matter how they get broken up, no matter how they move around. It's one of those terms like when sometimes the term is, you're a female, shut up and do as I say. It's the same thing. She's a woman telling other women, shut up, because your career is right here and I can make or break you. And the same stuff you have going on with Angel and Pagliosha and all these other guys, right? You're not allowed to say what they don't want you to say. You can be as boisterous as you want, but not when it comes to them or the league, them individually or the league as a whole, but you can speak your piece. How does that work? How does that work? Doesn't work. I'm going through that right now, guys. I'm in a uniform and there's things that I can't even speak on or even allude to because of being in a uniform. No political stance. I can't have a political stance. That's taken away, in my opinion, one of my rights, right? But there's things that I can't speak on, things that I feel very, very strongly, and I have convictions about a lot of things, but I can't even speak on it. because it's a control thing. It's a dictatorship. I'm in a uniform, but it's being dictated how I maneuver, how I act. So it's the same thing in this world right here, this basketball world for these ladies. That's why I said when it's a job, we sit here and we want all of these things to go on for these females. But at the end of the day, these females are trying to survive. And only the strong survive. That's number one. Number two, only those that have no fear will come out and make things happen. And Fee is a person. I saw a clip earlier of Asia being asked her opinion about it, and she said she hadn't saw it yet because she was getting locked in for the game yesterday, and that she hadn't seen it. But she said, knowing Fee, ooh-wee. That's all she could say.
I just showed the clip of.
You showed the clip? Okay.
I played when she got onto the. I played what she said on the podium. When she got to the podium, I'll play it again for everybody else.
Yeah, if you don't mind, so I can see that clip. But it's those situations where you have those that will speak up. You have those that have those brands. Like, I don't see an Asia Wilson, as much as I love her, being one of those people. Although she's very voiced and she has a voice, and she could do huge things even with her voice, standing alongside of Napheesa and Stewie, right? Along with Neka, because those are your veterans. They're veterans before she's a veteran, right? They're older. Her and Napheesa are behind somebody like Nneka Agunike, right? Nneka is going to always do things politically correct. She's probably never going to come out and call a thing like that, but she will voice the opinion on where they stand for as being the president for this women's league and voting and going for the rights of these players, right? And then you have those there after her, which is your Stewie. And then from Stewie, you have Asia and Napheesa. These ladies are very powerful, and they need to use their platform the right way to continue to fight for what is right for them in this league. But the one thing that I love that they're doing is they're not fighting for one, they're fighting for all. And when you have an individual like an Angel Reese, a Caitlin Clark, or a Paige Beckers, they have to do the same, because right now, that is their platform. That is something that they can do to help make a difference and make a change. Regardless to whether we see it as, oh man, they're fighting against the system. That's what the media is going to say. You know, your ESPNs and your Yahoos and all of them, they're going to come out, your Stephen A's and all of them, they're going to say, well, you know, they're asking for da-da-da, but they got to be careful. Be careful from what? From what? They already don't get paid enough. They don't have the amenities for all teams. There's like, you get hurt, we don't care. Figure out a way to get back or you're out of the league. They don't have choices like everyone else that can just say, hey, here we are. We're going to wait on you for 2 and 3 years while you get yourself together. You heal 100%. And, you know, they're going to do that for some, but not all. But then there's a limit. So let me tell you something about this league. They don't care about that. What they care about is you giving them, you are a product for them. They want they want you as a player to produce that product. And when you're producing that product, it ain't nothing else nobody else gonna say, because they're your boss. They're your boss and they're telling you what to do. It's a dictatorship. I'm dictating how you gonna talk, how you gonna move, dang near how you shift. Your mindset has to be what I want it to be or else. But you got those that you can't control them. Angel is a player you cannot control. You can't manipulate her. Napheesa Collier played the game long enough and now she's tired. So now not that they manipulated her. She's just at a point now where, okay, all cuffs are off. All cuffs are off. Here we are. We need some change. We need a regime. You want us to give you a better product. You want us to continue to give you what you need so you can so-called do all of these media deals. You're only doing the media deals because of me. I'm your product. You don't get those media deals as the owner of the WNBA without me giving you that product, that finished product. You don't get to go sit in a boardroom and make a deal for views and television ship and all of this other stuff. They are in no different position than I am being a soldier. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch how you move. You got people that tell you what you can and can't do. So they're in the same boat. They are in business. That's their job. They're in a business. And sometimes when you're in a business, even in your civilian job, your regular job, don't think me, I use the word civilian because I'm in a uniform, but in your everyday job, you got a boss and your boss tells you what to do. You're going to do what your boss tells you to do or you're fired. That's the W. You're going to do what is asked of you. You're going to produce this product or you're fired. If you're not fired and you're the best of the best, but you talk too much or you do too much, I'm going to make your life miserable and I'm going to degrade you as often as I can in the media to depict you one way. And I'm going to force you to leave.
Right.
If you don't leave, this is what's going to happen to you the whole time. Until you make it right. But even when you make it right, you're still wrong because you're still going to get vitriol. This is Angel Reese's life already. The rest of the W is now getting a taste of what her life is already. But let me tell you something about Caitlyn. Caitlyn is coming on board. Don't think for a second that she's far behind. There's not a lot of vitriol for her right now. And she probably won't ever really get it like that. But she is wisening up. Did you see CLAUDE, her in that last 2 games? She sat her ass on that bench and she didn't move. She didn't do all that jumping around and running all over the place like she was doing before. That piece came out on Sophie and how disrespectful she was. And let me tell you, she's a smart little cookie. She knows what she's doing. She sees the media even when she says she don't. She sees it and she knows it. So that's what I have to say on that. We just have to encourage and support where we can and let them do their thing, because sometimes a thing is just a thing and sometimes it's a little bit more. And those ladies know. These ladies are very smart. They're well educated. The majority of them are very well educated. It's not like back in the day where you sit back and you shut up. You sit back and you shut up. That was the Sheriff Swoop in them days. You shut up and play and don't you open your mouth unless I tell you to open your mouth. That's the beginning of the W. That's the beginning of the W from that time up until now. Now is the time for them to voice their opinions and speak on things that they dislike. Things that they know can better the W, but the powers that be don't want to hear it. It has to be fixed. And it is not going to be fixed. As they say, a closed mouth don't get fed. Right, bro, CLAUDE? Right, Sister KEYSHA? I see you in there.
That's right.
Closed mouth don't get fed, y'all.
At all. It's just going to remain to be hungry.
Right. So if not now, then when?
When?
Thank you, Napheesa Collier. Thank you. Because it has to be said. Whether the world, some people in the world like it or not. Oh, she shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't talk about what happened behind closed doors. Well, why should she not? Why shouldn't she?
No, she said she tried to talk to her.
She said what she tried to do. Exactly.
Behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, and she didn't want to hear it.
Multiple conversations.
Mm-hmm.
She said multiple conversations.
Yeah.
She just mentioned one. She just mentioned the unrivaled conversation because it rubbed her so bad that she was holding on to something and trying to keep her tongue because of the negotiations. But here go you guys with A'ja Wilson weighed in, and then Tony, I'm a shoot off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Very appreciative that we had people like had an opportunity to listen to Fee, and I just want to say I was honestly disgusted by the comments that Kathy made. But at the same time, I'm very appreciative that we have people like Fee in our committee of our Players Association representing us, because that's what we're going to have to continue to make the push to stand on what we believe in. And I'm grateful to have those type of people be able to continue to speak up for us. And I'm gonna ride with Fee always, because she knows, obviously she's a business girly and she has her own stuff going on. But moving forward, we got to continue to stand on business as we talk about this CBA negotiation.
Well, thank you. See that? Then that's from what I heard before. Fantastic, A'ja. So everybody is standing on 10 toes. Bro, Claude, they're all standing on 10 toes, and they have to. They have to. You got to make it better. Well said, A'ja. Well said. Is this going to cut you? It won't cut you, because guess what? Alyssa Thomas will say the same thing. She been saying it already.
She already been. I was just going to say she been saying it.
She been talking about it. These top players aren't playing.
But people like so let me get y'all to understand. People like Alyssa Thomas has to fight for a fight, then fight again, and then fight one more time. Yep. Fight because she's part of the LGBTQ community. Fight that she's a Black woman person.
Yep.
And then fight for equality just as a basketball player in this league. You know, to get paid the right thing and all the amenities that they supposed to have as a professional player.
Yep.
Sister.
Yep.
Shout out to Fee.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Thank you. Shout out to Fee. What in the fuck, Tony?
What?
Do Chicago think
is ready to pair
that they gonna get away with? What the fuck do Chicago think that they gonna get away with handling Angel Reese this way? They ain't gonna get away with it. Cause just like you see, goddammit, all of us in these YouTube streets, in these Twitter streets, in these Instagram streets, in these Facebook streets, in these social media streets, we all, goddammit, Chicago Sky. Because I was waiting to get to your ass, but I took my goddamn time. You are so disrespectful because you got a disrespectful commissioner representing what the fuck you standing on. And you standing on bullshit. You standing on nothing but thin air at this fucking point. Because you know, you trash can, that Angel Reese puts asses in seats. Bars. I say it again. You trash can of an organization. Angel Reese put asses in seats. Bars. You dirty, 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 filthy organization. You trash can of a goddamn team if I ever saw one. It was so disrespectful for you to have a top tier player on your goddamn team. You didn't know how to treat her. You didn't know how to accept her. You didn't know how to put her in the places to win. You didn't encourage her. You didn't enthuse her. Yeah, I ain't talking about, yeah, Angel, you're doing good. Yeah, pat on your fucking head. No, I ain't talking about that shit. Hell no. Yeah, you had a whack-ass Barbie night, and the motherfucking United Center did sell out. But somebody had to tell you to do that shit. I'm sure her people was advocating, her agents, her people, her management, her people that's on her team was talking constantly with fucking Nadia Rollinson to do adequate things to let them respond on who the fuck Angel Reese is. Everybody got a congratulations and a big podium stand for them making the All-Star team. And this girl that made it twice, what the fuck did they do? Pictures, roses. No! That whole stadium should have had press t-shirts, 12,000 press t-shirts when she made the All-Star game as a giveaway. And they should have made it happen when they got the word that Angel Reese was a fucking all-star. They should have had that shit. It don't take much. You talk to one of the main companies that's here in Chicago, they'll press that shit up in one day. I own my own t-shirt factory. They'll get that shit done in one day because they got multiple machines. I had one. And I got 600 shirts done throughout the night. And I was doing it old school, silk screen. With a 6 pads. Putting that ink on. Putting it in the dryer. All that shit. This is like, it's so disgusting. The way that Angel Reese has been handled on the Chicago Sky, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Nah, bro, Claude, you ain't. I know I didn't do it, but I'm in the city where I know that these people should be getting treated better. Angel Reese deserves better. Nadia Rollinson and Michael Alter, grow the fuck up. Understand what time it is. See, Nadia Rollinson, you know, you up in my age group. And Michael Alter is older, so he's part of the 60-70 club. You know what I mean? 60's going on 70 if he ain't 70 already. So you know what the hell in old boys, man. You know how old boy function, especially here in Chicago. But I'll tell you this. You got no goddamn time, Michael Alter and Nadia Rollinson. You either sell that goddamn team, move the hell on, you and the people that you saying y'all a committee of owners that has a team in one of the biggest cities in the goddamn country. The second to the third biggest city in marketing. The second to third biggest city where all money and revenue come in. And the biggest city in melting pot in the middle of the country that everybody comes to from all and both sides. You dirty mother suckers. You dirty snake people. You so goddamn cheap. You go and get the fry guy, the one that washes the floors, the one that wipe the windows, the ones that clean the doors and open the doors. You go get the fry guy. He ain't even graduated to the line of burgers, those who know restaurants, because that's what the fuck they think they running. He haven't even made it to the line yet. He ain't made it to the drive-through window, which is a plus position for those who've been in McDonald's and Burger King and the White Castles and shit, the Whataburgers and all of that shit. He ain't made it over there to even take the cash register on. And you put him as a goddamn GM, a general manager, who was a developmental coach. And you give this motherfucker a GM position? Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? You got to be out of... Listen, I've never seen no diabolical shit like this. Diabolical. They didn't go out and see and get someone that was qualified. Oh, no, because they want to pay peanuts. They want to play with the numbers. This is what we can... this is what we can afford. Don't tell me y'all not doing that shit, because Gabby Williams told what you did with the players and pulling them in a goddamn room and saying, well, we don't have enough money for this. You took a player, a basketball player, a person who signed a contract. You took her in a goddamn room in the other players and said, this is just how much money we have to spend on this. We just want to be open and clear with you guys and what the numbers look like. What type of business people do that type of shit? I beg to differ, Sister Tony. And then you so foul, you so off time, you so damn foul with the shit that you doing. You do it in the open daylight that everybody can see your bullshit.
Yeah.
You didn't privately suspend her, say, hey, Angel, you're going to have to take this suspension. We won't say anything, but, you know, even that would be wrong. But you don't have enough integrity to take your star player. You want to embarrass her. Nigga, shut up and dribble. You gonna do what the hell I say do, because I own you, girl. I own you, boy. I own you. So you gonna do what the hell I say. You have no integrity of being a human at all.
None.
You have no integrity of being a human being at all. But this is what the hell, Tony, Kathy Engelbert goes by, because she's there representing the owners, right?
Right.
She's here to run the corporate things that need to do and commission all the personal and the business aspects of all of the league.
Yep. You said it. You said it.
This is a serious problem that we have in Chicago. I'm so fucking mad, but I'm so glad that Napheesa Collier put it all together. I'm glad that Napheesa Collier came yesterday and dropped a gravel on top of their head. Because this is our unrivaled treat, Angel. They put that on their page. They celebrated her being an all-star.
Yes, they did.
They celebrated her. This is unrivaled. Who celebrated her? Who made sure they had photo shoots properly? And made sure that their stars look so good. This is unrivaled. Who put their players in positions to win when they go back to the goddamn W? So Napheesa Collier said, I know how this shit goes. Don't fucking play with me. Don't play with me. I know how this goes, Kathy. And the owners, because I own something. And I own a league. I'm a partner of a league that we have started with now 8 teams. Let me get the money, Sister Tony.
Yep, get the money, get the money.
Thank you, Lost Outside. I appreciate you so much for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you're not
Please
subscribed.
subscribe. Please subscribe. We appreciate
I got more
you.
shit in the tank because I ain't done crashing out. Then I'm going to let Sister Tony go. Michael White said, bro, Claude, please don't compare the horror and death and brutality of slavery to women's basketball league. One is the historic stain in America and humanity, and the other is girls bouncing a ball. See, but Michael White is more than that, brother. Michael White, for me being a black man, I don't know if you can feel what I feel. I don't know if you black or white. But me as a black man that's 55 years in this country, everything applies to that. Everything applies to that when you my color. Everything because of the sores that's there. So when we go on the jobs, the way someone talk to you, see, that's why I don't work no goddamn job. Because I'm a little Lulu. Because I don't want no man telling me what the fuck I can and can't do. I don't work no job because the last job that I worked and I left in 1999, I did 10 pallets and had them come in 3 stores. And the man told me I ain't doing enough in his store. And I'm the assistant district manager. He told me I ain't doing enough, as if he was on my level and as if he was on my pay grade. But that was the way he wanted to talk to me. And I was doing him a favor in his store. And I didn't have to come. I could have stood back. But when he talked to me the way he talked to me, his ass instantly went to the wall. Yes, this was a white man. And his name was Tom. I won't reveal his last name. And I plastered his ass on the wall. No, I didn't get fired because everybody else heard the same thing, what I heard. But I wanted to make sure everybody else heard what I heard, what I said. And I did some things in the Army that I'm not assessed to talk about. But Sister Tony know I stand for the same thing in the military. Is that right, Sister Tony?
Yep, well spoken. Yep.
I didn't let them say, get away from me, nigga. Move around, boy. They couldn't talk to me like that. I'm kind of loose wired like that. So everything applies to that. So you got to be a man of my integrity. I'm a free man. I don't work for nobody but myself. I don't answer to no one, Michael. I answer to no one when it comes to my business but myself. I answered to get a check or money from no one but myself. I don't know if you living like that. I get mine out the goddamn mud. I don't have a check that's coming to me to feed my children. I feed my children. I feed myself. I feed my household. I take care of myself from me going out in the world and making it happen. So you don't know a man like me. And if you do, they would have already told you something not to make that type of statement to a free man. Because I'm a free man. I could go wherever the hell I want to go. My passport is ready to go stay wherever the hell I want to stay and be there and be that citizen to that government. You goddamn right. So you got to know a little bit more about me. I'm one of the ones that's against the grain. I'm always be a freedom fighter because I believe that we all should be able to be prosperous and have our own businesses and to build our own and to do trade with one another in peace. So I'm a little bit different than what you know because it all applies to us being here 460 years. And these girls, so if they saying that in the league where it is about a girl's dribbling the ball, what do the black girls feel? Huh? Answer me that then. What do the black girls feel like? Because that was a black girl. Huh? Can you speak for her? Do you know what she got going on in her head? Yes, you do. Because she said it. She said humanity. She said human. She said it's more than dribbling the ball, Michael White. She was clear on her words. She said humanity. They're not being treated as humans with empathy and sympathy and understanding and putting them and treating them the right way. It says everybody is not cut out to be a business owner, bro, Claude. Exactly. That's why I'm speaking from my angle, sister. Just let me cook. He said something. So I got to let him know the repercussions of that when he's speaking that type of shit to a free man. See, I'm a free man. And you just can't come no type of way to a man that's free. I go when I want, and I come when I want. And I pick and choose the way I do things. See, you can't handle me like everybody else, Sister Tony. I ain't up here capping. When I do what I do it for you guys. And I speak for you guys. To show you, see that behind me? See, that's my motherfucking workshop. Y'all see where I'm at? I'm in my motherfucking garage. Where Henry Ford worked in his garage. Harley and Davidson worked in their garage. Bill Gates worked in his garage. Amazon was built in their garage. See, you got to understand that I study them to be able to be successful. See, I ain't just talking shit. I'm revealing that shit to you right behind me. You see my workshop. You goddamn right. Don't play with that. Because this is what they want to be. If they sign the contract, they signed the contract, I agree. But the human part is what you got to do. The human part has to be there. Because there is, Kathy say those things to another player is very unprofessional to start with. Then the rest of the BS is egregious. You goddamn right. So, Sister Tony, I'm going to let you cook. But I wanted to put the Unrivaled there as a document that every single team in the WNBA should be functioning like this ball club in this league that has been established by Napheesa Collier Stewie and her husband and friends. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, I can attest to that. You know, running like that league, I can definitely attest to that, right? Each professional team is going to run it to what they see fit. We can go back as far as the ABL, right? The ABL was around before the W, and the ABL, the way they functioned and they ran the program, it was kind of the same as the W. The W was supposed to be better. But remember, as we continue to move forward, there's always going to be something that's going to be better and something that can get better, even if you're in the midst of something. And I do believe the CBA is going to give them that. It's just that what needs to take place for that to happen is you're going to have voices like Fee. I'm going to keep bringing it back to making a noise, being heard, being a sounding board. Sometimes, you know, speaking up will push and move things along. It's going to happen, and they're going to get it. They just going to have to go through something before they can. And that's what I think most people are having the hard time with. And we are going to go through it's licking your wounds and going through battles and having battle scars and trying to mend those scars the best way you can. But by putting some dang on Neosporin and some ointment on it, and that way that scar will clear so easily that you realize you were cut there, and before you know it, it's gone, right? It's the same thing. The sustain of the ABL and what those ladies accomplished there. It was a smaller league. It was not as big as the W, and then the W grew. As the W continues to grow, the W has to grow in the mindset of making sure that these ladies are getting the things that they need to help them, wanting and having the mind frame of not going outside of the W to seek, as you would call, refuge, right? I'm seeking refuge for the job in which that I want, that I love so dear and hold near and dear to my heart, and I'm playing it with a passion. You have to get that same entity from the W, and it just takes change. And like Fee said, the ownership has to change. It starts from the top. It's never bottom up. It's always top down and then bottom up. It has to start somewhere. It definitely starts from the bottom. But once it starts from the bottom and it rises and you get to this point right here at the pinnacle of where the W is, it has to get better. It has to get greater. And you can't do that when you have the frame of mind as if, well, you just shut up and dribble and do what I say do. Those days are long gone. This isn't slavery. This isn't one of those moments where you say, when I speak, you listen and then you don't respond. It's I speak, you listen, and then we can try to come to a mutual agreement. That is where the world is today. But have you see it?
Hold on, Tony. You said this isn't what? You said this isn't what?
I'm roasting, man. I'm roasting.
You said this isn't slavery. Is that what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
So
exactly
what would make Tony say what she's saying is because she's a dark-skinned woman. She's a brown woman who feels it was a part of this history. So when she say this isn't slavery, it's applying to her history of what she understands it to be. Go ahead and cook, Tony.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the mentality, period. We got to get the frame of mind different, because if Engelbert has to realize, she has to realize, hey, Kathy, you two are a woman and you're working for man. Not to say if she was working for a woman, it would be that much of a difference. But I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, well, because I'm a woman, I got to listen to you because I'm a man. You know, it's different when you're in a relationship. You know, you're seeking something different. And you know what it says. You know, a man and a woman come together, and that woman is going to bow to that man because that man is the head of the household. But this day and age, you don't have that. You know, situations dictate something different. You have a lot of households where the woman is it. And when the woman is it and the woman has to make decisions and stand 10 toes down, regardless, she has to make something shake. And as you make something shake, this is the way of the world. The world is much different than before. This isn't back in those days when we have that. And I think the league is going to get to where it needs to be, but it has to come and start somewhere. And if change don't want to happen because those are the powers that be that are there, we have to somehow find a way to make them hear. They got to hear these ladies. And it's not just one. It has to be all. Because for one, as I am, it's for all. Because we're playing the same game. We are under the same umbrella. We're seeking the same refuge. We're seeking the same compensation. We're seeking the same through and through. And if in order for that to happen, we have to come together as a whole. And at that point, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Chinese, purple, green, whatever color you are, that nationality doesn't stand. We know what it is because the league is majority one race. But there are other races in this league, and we don't want them to feel like they're left out either. Because as we can sit here and we say we hold a statue for one over the other, all of these women are fighting for the same thing. And this is where you have to come together as a whole. And the business, like I said, if, you know, they allow their CBA to work, and if it doesn't, of course, you're going to see some picket lines or some lockouts until resolution is made. If resolution isn't made, which they will, because it is now a money-making business. It is huge. It is applying the men organization to now pay notice. And now that they've paid notice, and they're paying notice in the right way now, not as of last year for what they thought they knew. Now they're watching and seeing what is going on. And so things are there and ready and available to change. We just have to allow it to take place. But sometimes you just have to have a voice. Not having a voice does not allow you to get the things that you want. I would say look at someone that is in the seat of office, but I can't even say that, guys. I can't even say that. And I'm talking about in the highest office of office, but I can't mention that person. I can't say anything about that person because of my job. And that's just the way it is. Life is what it is. And what we have to do is we have to support these women as they're going through these tough times and these battles and support them. We shouldn't be sitting here, oh, they shouldn't say that. Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, they just need to shut up and dribble. Oh, you know, they should be grateful with the money that they have. If the nation and the country is growing and money is a big entity of it, then you have to not only make sure that they are changing with time financially, you have to make sure that they're changing time with all the amenities. And that's what I have to say on that.
You know, Sister Tony, it's been a struggle for me to know that these people that are owners in this league and the commissioner and all of that, it's really hurtful to see any human being have to struggle in a negative way.
Yeah.
But every negative is positive, right? If you're a human being,
Yeah.
you don't want, if they black or they white, yellow, red, brown, purple, whatever, you don't want a human. And if you're the person of integrity, a person of God, or whatever you believe in, that the morals are straight, you don't want to see a person struggle, suffer, or get wronged. You just don't want to see that. It was a man, real quick. It was a man that was in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Not some kids. Not some kids that's about to tell you about this story. This is some grown-ass men that was drinking alcohol and thinking it was funny. Now, the man that was in the wheelchair, he was drunk also. And he was to the point where he was out of his mind. But these young men just had a few drinks. I'm a young man too at the time. And they pushed this man in the middle of the dang on busy street and thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Not only did I snap right back in to go and get him out the street. This ain't my brother. This ain't my cousin. This ain't my friend. This ain't even somebody that I knew. I know him. I know who his little brother. I got, friendship with the little brother or whatever, but I don't really know him. You got what I'm saying? With the school, with the little brother. With his little brother. They pushed this man in the street. In the middle of the street. I ran instantly because my mind clicks like that, because I love humanity so much, not just because he was a black man. He was a man that was in a wheelchair. I didn't see no color at the time.
Yeah.
And I ran and got him out the street. I had my friends that was coming. This was on the north side. My friends was coming to meet me there because we were going to the playground and play some ball. We beat the hell out of them because God made all of that click at the same time. My friends just upped in my response. They was there. But they needed their ass whooped for that type of situation. And that man could have got hurt or killed in a wheelchair because on some drunk shit, as we say in the hood. Playing around a little bit too much and going too far. So I said that to say, and the man that was in the wheelchair, he was Hispanic. He wasn't a black man, so-called. He was a Hispanic. But I knew his brother and I went to school with him. And it just automatically, because I saw him as a human being, didn't want nothing to happen. So don't try to go to my testimony on this black and white thing. I'm talking about those that's in the chat that's getting misconstrued, because it's definitely a black face and a white face that I'm about to fry right now, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Nadia Rollison is a black woman. She is the chairman of all operations with the Chicago Sky. She is the yes, no, gravel, hammer, and it's done, and it's not to be done. It ends with her. Per all of the investors getting together, she's the head of the chair. Michael Alter is the favorable shareholder in the operation. So yes, he gets to decide yay or nay. So both of these people are in a serious position in Angel Reese's life. Both of these people are responsible of the last 2 years that Angel Reese have been a professional basketball player in the WNBA. They own hand responsible because that's their player that they signed to their franchise, and they had things that they were supposed to do, and she had things that she signed up for. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But this man right here, I ain't got to make it plain to see. This man right here is responsible for the bullshit that is going on right now. Just like Nadia Rollison is responsible, Michael Alter is responsible, Jeff Pagliosha is also responsible for what's going on, and that's him talking to Annie Constable. And this thing that happened with Angel has exploded. And I don't think anybody really want Angel to even stay under these people realm, not even me. I concede. Because of the mistreatment that I could see from the top. Because of the disrespect that's done from the top. Because of what has happened from the top. Jeff P must be fired. And we need a whole new regime. We need them to sell this goddamn team. Because obviously they wasn't ready for the evolvement and the evolution of what the WNBA has now become and becoming.
Yep.
They behind times. And he is also, because he using the good old boy method and running to the reporters and saying things about Angel. And putting her name out there, but talking to others in private. How wrong is that? How disrespectful is that? So I'll let you go, Tony. But I just will say they must act now, act quickly, just like all these other teams you see. Some people did it in a couple of days because they serious organizations that want to get fixed. But Chicago don't want to be fixed. It's always, this is the hardest one. They don't want to get it right. It seems like, allegedly, because this man is not gone. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, this organization, the Sky, that is, we'll see. I'm one of those that I like to sit back and see what's going to take place. The writing definitely is on the wall as to the route they're going to take. But again, being on the outside looking in, I'm curious. I'm still curious until I hear from Angel, right? And Angel hasn't spoken yet. I kind of know what that means in a sense, but I am not her mouthpiece. I can't speak for her in that regards. But I do know that in this situation right here, this guy probably should be fired for sure. Hands down, he has to go. If you want the Sky organization to be better. And it's the same as the WNBA as a whole. What we want for them to be better. We have to look at it, and me, and it's just me. I can't tell you, bro Claude, how to look at this. I can't tell you all in the chat how to look at this, but from my perspective and mine only, from being on the outside looking in and not truly knowing the exact profound words, but we're kind of gathering and speculating on what we see is going to be the outcome, right? If this organization does not figure out how they're going to handle this situation any better than what they already have, then they need to not speak on this young lady, but make a decision on this young lady and let her live her life, her sports career, wherever that may land. If it's going to be Chicago, he has to go because, as you can see, it's going to be a no-win situation for her. And those that are much more powerful than him, as you can see, Nadia Rollins and her sidekick there, these co-owners, they have to make a decision or they're going to lose more than just her as a player. They're going to lose some investments that they have. They won't be able to finish this facility, which is really not a facility. Like we said before, it looks just like a simple warehouse. It's a stinking warehouse in which they showed us. And as these individuals go and take a look at these doggone facilities, they realize you just showed me trash. However, again, unless I'm in Chicago, I can drive up there. I'm looking at the pictures that they see, but I'm one of those, I got to see this. I want to know what this is. I got to take a look at this. I'm going to take a video of it. I want to make sure that when I put this out, this is what I see, guys. I love what they look at that. See, this is what we see. It's the wall, but what is the outcome, right? All the other teams has shown us what their facility is going to look like inside and out. We have no idea for Chicago. This looks like just simply walls. This could be anything. It does not equate to me that it is a facility until I can actually see the plans. Map out the plans. You broke ground, but where's the plans? Show us what everybody else is showing us. And then it'll be believable. Right now, folks are laughing at you because you only have 3 walls up. I mean, what is it? What is it going to end up being? We don't know. It's crazy that as a city, Bro Claude, you all are unaware of what this women's WNBA facility is going to look like, where you can share it with us who don't live in the city, who's not a part of the city, but are following Angel and this guy and want the best for them. So that's what I have to say. I mean, if she stays, they're going to have to be where he's going to have to go because he's going to torment this young lady. He's going to torment her. The torment is happening now. He's tormenting her now. Does she care? No, she has a charismatic attitude where she's not letting it bother her and get to her. But behind closed doors, trust me, everybody has feelings. Everybody has emotions. And everybody gets bothered by things like that. To what extent, we don't know for Angel. We know at one point that stuff used to bother her so much she would have to close herself off, close her accounts and then reopen her accounts. That's when we knew that she was really going through something and she was battling things. That doesn't happen anymore. Her accounts are just the way that they are, regardless whether she's going through something or not. Because she's, like she said, she's learned to not let it affect her. And that's when you have a strong woman. Now, in that instance, I'm going to say this, that those type of women are hard. It is hard for women like that to trust and love anybody. And it becomes a problematic thing for them, internally within themselves. And I hope that this doesn't affect her in that light. I just know what I've seen in the past, but hopefully it'll be different. I appreciate you guys for listening to my sentiments, but me personally, I'm going to have to get myself back to the office.
So, appreciate you, Tony.
Absolutely.
And guys, we have a dilemma. We have a dilemma of what it should be and what it is right now. We have a situation where things ain't what is being said, and things ain't the same as it was in the good old days. So y'all let me know who will win the fight against something that deserves justice all around the league and on the Chicago sky itself. You let me know what you think and what should be done. I'll be back after these messages. Let me tell you about the simplest way to get you in some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, and win some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and win some much needed cash. Use promo code SteadyServe and receive $1,000 bonus in cash. Now that it's football season, follow SteadyServe and ENT as I share my picks. Pick players, choose the amount, win money, make picks, win cash. Thanks, Underdog Fantasy, for your partnership with us, and thank you for using the promo code SteadyServ'n on Underdog Fantasy. Yo, we dropped a load today. We dropped a load. You know, I always, it says, bro, Claude, I'm on your side, 70 years living on your side. Yes, sir. Trying to best live and let live. I understand, brother. It says, I wish you love and respect in your struggles. Sorry if I ruined your morning. Hey, man, you ain't ruined my morning, my man. I'm appreciative of everyone. And your comments matter, Mike. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm a human being. Everybody don't think like me. Everyone don't think like me. You will not ruin my morning because you have a perspective. You have a say. You're a human being. And the way you see it, you spoke it. And this is what the Crash Out Room is all about. Be real. Say what you have to say. Hey, man, I know Big Girl and ADP and T. Camilla, Tiffany Nicole, Brian Lewis, Ed Dix, hey, Donna Cox, all my Tulip plays. Hey, the ones that, that's here all the time, they say whatever they want to say. This is a place for you. And if you ain't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Because guess what? It's one love, one purpose. We are all human beings. And we all deserve freedom. And we all deserve to be treated right, whether you're black, white, red, brown, purple, or yellow. Bars from old school. But as always, I leave as I came with another banger.
Brought me here against my will. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Built this country with our hands. Label me 3/5 of a man. All we've ever known was pain. Mixed with thunder, mixed with rain. Our strength in God's love. New day, new time. We will never be slaves again.
I was born to be free, so take them cuffs off me. I mean mentally and physically. And don't be trying to taser me. My neck don't need your knee. And don't be pulling your gun on me. I don't need your punk degree. I know I'm supposed to be. See, I roll with 10,000 fearless, and we be all believers. We only roll off instructions given by a fearless leader. Man, y'all some cheaters. Your justice ain't gon' free us. Your Billy Club might can beat us, but the Savior came to free us. March on, how long? Never gonna get us nothing. Preach on, how long? My people out here suffering. We better be doing some adjusting. Politics is out here hustling. Gotta keep changing this thing. All my people just didn't die for nothing. We wanna be free. We just got it on free.
Freedom.
Free. We just got it on free.
We want freedom.
Free. We just got it on free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just got it on free. United we stand, divided we fall. Send a message to the black man, it's the final call. See, business is warfare, y'all, and it's gonna free us all. Time to better hood back, get that bread and buy some more. And when they leave the hood, what you gonna do? Are you gonna beg or plead or pull on through? Gotta spread that money with your crew. I'm spitting true game to you. Gotta get that sack, never look back, cause where I came for you. We wanna be free. We just got it on free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just got it on free.
We want freedom.
We wanna be free. We just got it on free.
Freedom.
We wanna be free. We just got it on free.
We want freedom. Brought me here against my will. Freedom. Never ask questions, shoot to kill. Freedom. Built this country with our hands.